Today we're going to talk about one of the four basic mathematical operations. We're going to be focusing on multiplication today. So we're going to look at the basic algorithm for multiplication. The Common Core encourages a deeper understanding of number sense. For this reason, your student may be learning a variety of methods to multiply numbers. In the end, they will need to be able to use the basic algorithm, which will be demonstrated in this video. So first and foremost, it is important that your student has memorized their multiplication facts. That will take them further than anything else and make the algorithm go faster. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic 2-digit times a 1-digit number. Okay, so what we do is we look at the second number, and we're going to start with 7. Okay, and it's almost like you distribute it to the top number. Okay, so we're going to do 7 times 9. Okay, 7 times 9 is 63. So we put the 3 here, and we are going to place the 6 here to add back in a second. Okay, all right, so now that we've done that, we have to now distribute it to the 5. So we're going to do 7 times 5, which is 35, and then we add this the 10s that we had left over from the other multiplication problem. So 7 times 5 is 35 plus 6, which is 41. Okay, so 59 times 7 is 413. Okay, so now let's go to a 2-digit times a 2-digit. Okay, we are going to start with the 4 for now. Okay, and we're going to do it just like we did over here and distribute it to the 8 and then distribute it to the 7. So 4 times 8 is 32. We put the ones place down just like we did in addition, and then we're going to carry our 10s to add back in just a second. Okay, and then we distribute the 4 to the 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. Then we add our 3, which is 31. Okay, so we've done everything we need to with the 4, so we are going to mark it out. And I'm going to kind of clean this up a little bit so we don't get too confused. Okay, all right, so we're done with the 4, so we're going to mark it out. We're also done with this 3, so we're going to mark it out as well. If you want to get rid of it completely, you can. Okay, so we've marked out one number here. So we're going to put a placeholder because we don't have any ones to multiply. You're actually multiplying like 20 times 8. Okay, so we're going to drop a placeholder right here. Okay, now we have the 2 that we're going to distribute to the top numbers as well. Okay, so we're going to do 2 times 8, which is 16. So we put our ones in our problem at the bottom, and then we're going to drop our plus 1 to use for the 7. So now we have 2 times 7, which is 14, and then we've got to add our 1 back. So 14 plus 1 is 15. So we have done all of the multiplying in our algorithm. Now we have to add these numbers up. So you add it just like we do in the basic addition algorithm. We're going to do 2 plus 0, 2. 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then 1 has nothing to add to, so you can put a placeholder if you would like. 0 plus 1 is 1. So our answer is 1,872. So that's the basic algorithm for a 2-digit times a 2-digit number. Okay. A 2-digit by a 3-digit is the same process if the number on top is the 3-digit. Okay, so we're going to focus on the 6 first. We're going to take the ones place and multiply it out to each. Remember, we always start with the ones or the lowest place value and work your way up to the largest place value. So 6 times 2 is 12, so we put our ones place here, and we're going to hold on to that 1 that we need to add back in a second. And then we do 6 times 6, which is 36. We're going to add 1, which is 37. Our ones place holds a 7, so we're going to put here, and then we're going to add 3. So 6 times 1 is 6, plus that 3 is 9. Okay, so we're now done with the 6. So since we did that, we're going to drop a placeholder. And then we're done with all these adding things, so we're going to mark them out. Okay, now we're going to focus on the 4. Let me get rid of our arrows. So now we can distribute the 4. So we're going to distribute the 4 to the 1s, and then the 10s, and then the 100s. So 4 times 2, it's really 40 times 2. So 40 times 2 is 80. So we're going to have 80 if you want to know where that placeholder comes from. Now 4 times 6 is 24. So we're going to put our 1s for the 24, and then we're going to carry our 2 over. So 4 times 1 is 4, and then we add our 2, 6. Now the multiplying is done. Now we have to add it up. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 8 is 15. Put our 5 down. We're going to regroup that 1. So 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. Put your 1s down. Carry your 10s over. 6 plus 1 is 7. So our answer is 7,452. Alright, so we're going to go with the most difficult one that we have done. And we're going to do a 3-digit by a 3-digit. Okay, so if you are in one of the lower elementary classrooms, you're probably going to want to stop here because this is above your grade level. Okay, so we're going to focus on this 7 right now. Okay, so we're going to distribute it out to each number just like we have been doing. So 7 times 2 is 14. So we have our 1's place. You carry the 1 that we're going to add back. 7 times 8 is 56. And then add the 1. So 57. Put the 7. We're going to carry our 5 to add back in just a second. 9 times 7 is 63. And add back the 5. And we have 68. Okay, we're done with the 7. So we're going to mark it out, and we're going to put 1 placeholder. Clean up our arrows here. Okay, so we're done with the 7. You can mark out what we added back, or you can erase it. Now we're going to focus on the 5. We have to distribute to the 1s, then the 10s, then the 9. So 5 times 2 is 10. So you put your 1's value here. You're going to carry your 10's value. 5 times 8 is 40. Add our 1. So our 1's place is 41. We're going to carry the 4. 5 times 9 is 45. Add our 4. So we get 49. Okay, we are now done with our 5. Here's where it gets just a little tricky. We have now crossed out 2 numbers. So we have to place 2 placeholders. So we did 1 placeholder, then 2. Now we do 2 placeholders because we're going to be multiplying by 100. Okay, so again, I'm going to erase our arrows. You do not have to if you don't want to. I'm going to mark out our numbers that we've been adding. Now we have to distribute this 1, or actually it's 100. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 8 is 8. And 1 times 9 is 9. So there's no regrouping there. Okay, and now after we multiply, we have to add our numbers. Okay, you want to add starting in the lowest place value and then work your way over to the highest place value. So 4 plus 0 plus 0 is 4. 7 plus 0 plus 0 is 7. 8 plus 1 plus 2, 11. So we have our 1's place, and we're going to carry our other 1. So if 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 9 is 17, plus 8 is 25. So our 1's place is 5. We're going to carry our 10's place, which is a 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 9 is 15. Okay, put our commas. So we have 155,174. Alright, so we could do a 4-digit by a 3-digit. Okay, you do the same thing. Remember, we're going to start with the smallest place value on the second number. So we're going to circle our 4. We're going to distribute it to each number, starting with your ones place. Okay, so we have 4 times 3 is 12. So we're going to put our ones place here and carry our 1 to add back. Okay, 4 times 2 is 8, plus our 1 is 9. Now the next one, 4 times 4 is 16. We don't have anything to add back, so you have 6 in your ones place. Now we do have a 1 to carry over here. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Okay, we're going to mark out our extra work up here, and we're going to mark out this 4 because we're done with it. Remember, we're marking out one number, so we drop 1 0 as a placeholder. Alright, now we're going to focus on our 7, distributed it out. So 7, we distribute to the ones, then tens, then hundreds, and then thousands. So 7 times 3 is 21. Our ones place goes in the answer. And then we're going to add 2 back to the next one. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 2 is 16. So we put our ones, carry our 10. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. And 7 times 6 is 42, plus 2 is 44. Okay, so we are now done. Sorry, something crazy just happened. We are now done with the 7, so we're going to mark it out. Now we've marked out 2 numbers, so we're going to drop 2 placeholders. Okay, so now we are going to focus on, get the eraser here. And mark out our extra numbers. Now we're going to focus on the 6. Distribute it to the ones. So 6 times 3 is 18. We're going to drop that 8. And we're going to add back the 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1, 13. Now 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Drop our 1s. We're going to add our 10s back. And then 6 times 6 is 36, plus our 2 gives me 38. Now we're going to add all of our answers up, starting with the ones place. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 1 plus 0 is 10. So we have to put our ones and carry our tens place, which is 1. So we have 1 plus 6 is 13, plus 8 is 21. So put our 1 in our ones place, carry our 2 to the next column. 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 9 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So we put our ones place, carry our tens again. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 2, 10, 11, and one more is 12. Ones place, carry the tens place. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Again, if you don't have numbers, you can always put placeholders in, that's fine. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So starting over here, we're going to count 3 over. So you have 4,329,102. Okay, so that is the basic algorithm for multiplying. Hope this helps you out. Thanks.